This is a case that is not only horrific, but also full of suspicion. An assailant knocked out a 9-year-old girl named Amelia during a rainy night, dragged her hundreds of meters along a muddy path, gouged out her eyes, and hid the body in a bamboo forest. Given the sheer cruelty of the act, everyone thought the perpetrator would surely be sentenced to death and immediately executed. However, the strange thing is that afterward, the whole village organized a solemn funeral for the culprit, something a cold-blooded murderer could never receive. It was as if there were hidden circumstances that outsiders didn't know about. And for me, a reporter specializing in digging up the truth behind cases, this one truly intrigued me. I was certain there was a story behind it that ordinary people couldn't see, but I never expected that story to be so grim. The reason I learned about this case was through a friend, David, who was originally from the village. I vaguely overheard him talking about it. Although his entire family had left the village a long time ago, when he knew I was interested, he still invited me back to his hometown to find out more. On the way back, David recounted in more detail what he knew. The village is nestled at the foot of a secluded mountain, with houses spread out along intersecting paths. The vegetation is lush, and the village paths are all small, with many places lacking streetlights, completely dark. Near the eastern end of the village was a particularly unique household, with only a mother and daughter. The husband traveled far for work, initially coming home often, but later disappeared completely, essentially abandoning his wife and child. The victim was the daughter, Amelia. The night of the murder, the weather was bad with drizzling rain and muddy roads. In the countryside, usually by 8 or 9 p.m., the entire village has turned off their lights and gone to sleep. The scene was steeped in silence. Around 10 p.m., Amelia's mother suddenly suffered a heart attack, but at that exact moment, the medicine had run out. There was only a small clinic in the village, located all the way at the western end. To buy medicine, one had to cross winding, unlit, pitch-black roads through the mountain village. Having no other choice, Amelia decided to brave the darkness to buy medicine for her mother. Tragically, she left and never returned all night. The next morning, her body was discovered in the bamboo forest by the village road. Over a dozen police officers arrived to examine the scene. The perpetrator had acted with extreme cruelty. Before she died, Amelia was beaten until her face was disfigured. Half of her fingers were broken, both legs were severely injured, especially her knees, which were crushed, exposing white bone. Clearly from being dragged along the muddy road when her body was taken into the forest. Most frighteningly, her eyes were gone, leaving only 2 bloody sockets. Forensic results showed the culprit had used a tree branch to gouge them out. Clearly, the killer had not brought any tools. This was an impulsive murder, likely committed by someone in the village. The police immediately launched an investigation, questioning the villagers, and quickly found the culprit.